What's going on, guys? Dr. Sean at Braithwaite Chiropractic, and today we are going to talk about a static 90-90 stretch. That's right, we have done a 90-90 in the past. It was more of a rotating 90-90 or an alternating 90-90 stretch. Today we're going to talk about just a static 90-90. So I'm going to have you go ahead and get on the floor. Definitely using a mat is going to be your best way to go. If you have carpeting or something like that at home, that works too. If you don't and you just have hardwood floors, you can do it on the hardwood. You can also throw down a towel if you don't have a mat. So I'm going to have you go ahead and join me on the floor. So once we are kind of down in like a kneeling position, you're going to kind of just put one leg out in front. I'm going to get my pants all squared away here. And so the whole reason we call this a 90-90 is your front leg is going to be at a 90-degree bend and your back leg is going to be at a 90-degree bend. So go ahead and make sure you're kind of alternated in that. And in the past, we've done something where we kind of open up in that 90-90. But if you look at me now, I have to support myself here. The goal is to have enough flexibility throughout both hips that I could kind of sit up a little bit more naturally without being stuck in this leaning over position. So at this point in time, I'm getting a really good stretch in my leg that's down in front of me in my glute. I'm also getting a really good hip flexor and adductor stretch on the leg that's actually back behind me. So if I just stay here, this is actually a very passive stretch for me as I'm sitting here. But then to increase that is you are going to kind of lean forward over the foot in front of you. And if you can, if you have the mobility to actually get your elbows down on the ground, you are going to get a phenomenal stretch in the back of the glute of the leg that you are bending over. I lose some of the stretch in my back leg, and I feel like my back leg is really the one that limits my mobility of being able to sit upright more so than my front leg. So that's one that I really want to kind of articulate and kind of press into and almost come past my foot over this other direction to really increase the mobility in this other hip. Now, you are always going to have one side that is stickier than the other side. And so I'm going to kind of show you and see if you notice any differences from my right side being in front versus how I was in my left side. So with my right side in front, I'm actually able to hold this position without supporting myself with the hand. It might not look a lot better, but it's a lot more comfortable for me. So this hip is actually quite a bit looser. And I actually have a lot deeper of a stretch in my glute on the front of my right leg. So it's just going to be differences from side to side, and that's all compensation based. So if you have a difference or a discrepancy from side to side, don't freak out. Just know that you have to work those sides a little bit more and kind of get into it. This is a great stretch to hold for about 30, 40, 50 seconds, and then kind of switch and alternate back and forth between them. If you have any questions, anything along those lines, definitely leave that stuff down below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel so you get the next video right when it comes out. You know how to stretch. Have a great rest of your day, you guys.